So war, you're in the same boat. I'd say a good 80 to 85% of the Star Citizen player base is in. But I want you to think about something. It is always a waste of time to be afraid of PvP. And here's why. Because if you're afraid of PvP because you're at the risk of losing a fight, if you're at the risk of not being successful in a fight, that kind of stuff, it's pointless. It's pointless in the sense that it doesn't matter. If you're afraid of PvP, that is the human ego talking, right? Because the truth is there's nothing for you to lose, only to gain, right? The only thing that we perceive to lose is our ego. What if I am not successful? What if I'm not good enough? What will people think? Or what'll this or what'll that, right? But the truth is, right now, nothing means anything in the alpha state of the game. So now is the best time to get into PvP because you can die over and over and over and over again and get back up free of charge. Absolutely free. It's free. So now is the time. Now is the time to get in there, to get fights as many as you can, and to develop yourself as a pilot so that you become better as a fundamental pilot, like how you perceive the 3D environment, how you control your energy in a turn, how you view the flight path, how you trigger discipline, how you manage your power, you know, how you control your emotions in a high stress situation where like, ooh, I could die, and how to stay focused and tune out all the bullshit. Those things only get developed with time, practice, patience, and pressure. That's the only difference, right? And if the excuse is, because it is an excuse to say, oh, I'm too afraid to do PvP now or whatever, there is no excuse, right? The only excuse is the expense of the human ego, right? But when you get rid of that, when you get out of your own way, and you just fall in love with the process of becoming a better pilot, it's very much like how I talk about it with martial arts, right? If you get out of this idea that like, oh man, you know, I could get choked out by this purple belt. Good, get choked out. Get choked out as many times as possible, and then get back on the mat, sweat your balls off, and start trying to learn. And then who knows, maybe a few weeks later, it's you that gets to choke them out, right? And that's how you develop yourself, you know? Because right now you've got nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose, you know? And while there's a large, you know, group of people that play Star Citizen that, you know, have not really spent time developing themselves as pilots, they're going to be left behind because when Pyro and stuff come out and all these other, what can I say? All these other organizations, you know, then they say, oh, now we're going to start training. You know, it's just silly because there's so much to train right now. And also a ton of fun to train right now too, right? So the time is always now. There's never going to be a perfect time, right? So if it's like, when do I get into PvP, or will I suck when I start? Well, guess what? You're going to suck. You're going to suck real bad when you start. But guess what? You're going to get better every time you get shot down by a little bit, right? And if you develop that mindset of, you know, always getting back up and getting better and getting better and getting better, then a few weeks, even a few months later, you know, you're going to be above the vast majority of Star Citizen players, and you're going to have a way better experience with Star Citizen because you're going to be able to defend yourself, but also maybe you want to do some other stuff too, you know? The time is always now. So, you know, if you're thinking about getting into PvP, don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for next week. Don't wait for next month. Don't wait for when the game is ready. Don't wait for when the next patch comes out. Don't wait for when Star Citizen releases. Get up and do it right now.